Find themselves playing defense much of the time against a minority numerically incapable of sustaining a filibuster. The appearance of an elected Democrat putting Republicans on the defensive with simple but powerful language and unapologetic passion has galvanized much of the Democratic grassroots, at least if internet praise is any indication. And when it comes with a link to make a campaign contribution and those contributions are pouring in, that's a real indication. Joining us now is Florida Congressman and Internet sensation Alan Grayson. Congressman Grayson, great thanks for joining us tonight.
Thanks. It's great to be here. I love the show. I watch it all the time.
Congressman, how did you turn out to be apparently the only member of Congress who knew that there are Democrats out there in the country who have been waiting to hear some tough pushback against Republicans? How did it fall to you?
I just listen to what everybody's saying. You know, these are things that are on our minds. A lot of people feel the same way. I just happen to be the one who's in Congress to say it. That's all. I'm just saying what everyone else has been thinking.
Now, you began yesterday by reminding your party that Olympia Snowe was not elected president, that America doesn't care if it gets 51 votes or 60 votes on health care reform. I sense that you were speaking for many of your House colleagues who are growing very weary with Senate 60 vote strategies.
I'm speaking for everybody in the country. We are losing 122 Americans every single day, as Keith pointed out a few days ago, to the fact that they have no health coverage, they get sick, they die, and this is happening every single day. How long can we wait?
You know, having worked in the Congress for several years myself, it strikes me, Congressman, that you are a freshman. You're new at this. This is your first year. Do you think if you'd been there for a while, if you'd done, I don't know, 5 or 6 terms, that you'd be sitting there kind of playing the game, trying to get along strategically, trying to help find the center here, the compromise position, rather than getting out there and really letting some bombast go on the floor?
I think there was a memo about that when we began. I missed the memo. There was a memo that said freshmen should be seen and not heard. I just missed it. I'm sorry.
Now, do you find in what's happened to you a lesson for 2010, possibly a campaign lesson, both in how to attract support, raise money? What is it?
It was the same lesson last year, the way we ran our campaign. You cannot beat a Republican by being one. People deserve a choice, and they like a congressman with guts. Since we made our statement last week, over 10,000 people have made individual contributions at GraysonForCongress.com, and the number grows every minute. People love to see a fighter who fights for them. That's what the Democratic Party traditionally meant, and that's the way it's going to be. We ran on a campaign platform of change. That's what people expect from us. That's what we have to deliver.
Now, in one of your better lines yesterday on the House floor, you said that if President Obama had brought about world peace, the Republicans would blame him for killing the defense industry. And here today, President Obama gets the Nobel Prize, and the right wing, as you predicted, is howling. They're pretty easy for you to predict, aren't they?
Well, listen, I'm often proved right, but usually not this quickly.
Now, just on health care reform, before we leave the subject, the financing mechanisms are greatly different between the Senate and the House. The House and the Ways and Means Committee voted for an income tax increase, which is an equitable tax that is based on ability to pay. The Senate, the Baucus tax, is a tax on health care plans. Do you think there's any way that the House will accept the Baucus tax, given that there's about 150 of your members who've said they absolutely will vote against a bill with the Baucus tax in it? No, we won't. But America expects us to go ahead and reach a conclusion anyway. Of the 5 different Democratic bills that are out there, they're 90% the same. And we have to move ahead to save people's lives and to save money. If you had to choose between these 2 taxes, which way would you go on it? The bill in the House is paid for. We don't need to tax people, middle-class people, over their benefits. It's not necessary. It's really not prudent. People are suffering. And we understand that in the House. There's no need to make their suffering worse. This bill is supposed to make people's lives better, and it will. The 47 million people in this country who have no insurance, they'll get insurance. The people who have insurance, but they find that they can have all the health care they need unless they actually need it, the people who have pre-existing conditions, the people who have lifetime caps, chronic conditions, all these people will be better off under this bill. And senior citizens will be better off because we will eliminate the donut hole under Medicare, and we'll also eliminate co-payments for routine treatment. So everyone will be better off except for those
people who feel they must say no to everything, these no-mongers who dominate the Republican Party, they'll be disappointed because America will be better off.
The Honorable Alan Grayson of Florida, thank you very much for your time tonight, sir.
It's great to be on this show. Thank you, too.
Coming up, if you got up early to see the explosion on the moon, all you got was disappointment. But NASA scientists aren't apologizing. They say